Ben?
Did we start recording or?
Been recording the entire time. I think. Hopefully I'm recording, because if it's not recording the freaking video, I will scream. But it is recording the audio. Not on the screen. It's separate.
So you're gonna record the screen as well or?
I'm recording the cameras. Ben! That's what you're doing the entire time.
You do the exact same thing. So you're saying I look like a coat on the back of a chair? Yeah. Yeah. Word for word what I said. How can you see out of that mask?
Barely.
I just see. Without the sunglasses I can see just fine. With them though it kind of blocks my vision.
Okay.
How though?
Shh. Are we gonna start now?
Begin whenever you say go. Whoa, can I finish my thing?
What thing?
I'm eating a snack.
Oh, okay. What am I gonna say? Hey, warriors! I'm gonna throw my phone out the window.
Ow.
What's that thing?
Believe in your ability to exist.
What's that for? Hey warriors, Icee is back for another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a FNAF movie discussion. I've announced this before on my community page, thingamajiggy, and fortunately, we're not going to be listening to only me babbling over and over again. I have special guests in today's video. Ben YTG and Foxy. They're not here. Guys. Hello. What was that? Where's Ben?
I'm here.
We already started, bro. I already introduced.
Whoa! Ben, how many fingers do I have up? What? Ben, how many fingers do I have up? Yes. Your hands aren't even up.
Oh.
That's the whole point.
Okay. I've never done this kind of content before. Bear with me. I don't know what to do. We're just gonna talk about the FNAF movie, but before we start that, I'm gonna do a short description. Give a short description of FNAF. If you don't know what FNAF is, why would you be watching this video if you don't know what FNAF is? Anyways.
Why would you? Just why?
Why? Just bored. Five Nights at Freddy's is a popular horror game franchise. Its first game was released on August 8, 2014. In the game, you accepted a job as a security guard, and your goal is to reach 6 a.m. without getting killed by roaming animatronics. That's it. That's a very short description. What's happening right now?
Game. That's the first game.
Yeah, that's the first game anyways. But what is happening right now?
What is happening?
I'm talking about Ben. What?
I'm chilling.
You are triggering my automatonophobia. It's hard to pronounce.
He doesn't understand. It's the fear of mannequins and dolls.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a background check on the FNAF movie. It was released on October 27, 2023, directed by Tammy. I've never heard of her before, yeah. So, yeah, it is based on a game franchise of the same title by Scott Cawthon. Only FNAF fans know who Scott Cawthon is. Unfortunately.
Very, very unfortunately, Scott Cawthon retired a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And Stool Studios and Woodhouse was it?
Oh.
They started to work on FNAF by themselves because Scott just, other stuff that happened. I'm not actually sure what happened. I haven't dug into it,
but he still helped, like, in making the movie, I think.
He helped in making the movie, and he had to be there because it's based on his games that he released before.
Mm-hmm. What was your first reaction of the movie?
In what scene?
Like, just generally. Yeah.
Just in general?
Yeah.
I was like, finally. Because I've waited 8 bloody years for it to come out.
I can relate to that.
Well, after my first reaction after watching it, I was confused. I had questions.
Questions like what?
It left us on a cliff. What is the timeline of this freaking franchise?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
Okay, the way they made the movie is some parts of it were canon, but the movie itself isn't canon. They made the movie not canon to the actual games, to the actual story of Five Nights at Freddy's. They only added some bits.
Yeah, which
lore in there.
Which is why some reviews online actually said that it could be a different alternative timeline or alternative universe.
Yeah.
Because even the books are also contradicting to the plot lines of the game.
Yeah, that's the whole... In the books, Charlie is like a teenager. Charlie is close to being an adult.
Yeah.
But in actual lore, Charlie is a little kid that gets killed by William Afton.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. And, for example, in the movie, Mike Schmidt has... I should have added a spoiler at the beginning of this. Yes, I should. Yeah, so...
Just edit it.
I should just edit it. So Mike Schmidt has a little sister called Abby.
Which, as...
And a brother called Garrett. Who's Garrett?
Who is Garrett? Supposedly is supposed to be the crying child, supposedly, you know? But it's not yet to be proven. But it's pretty clear that Mike Schmidt is supposed to be a representation of Michael Afton, Abby's supposed to be a representation of Elizabeth, and then same with Garrett. But none of that is... explain why Abby is just an anagram for baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah? What do you guys think of William Afton's, like, hidden name? Like, the name
what was that again? Steve...
I think it makes sense.
Steve Raglan?
As we know, he has many aliases, such as Dave, you know, and just, like, it's, I don't know, it just kind of makes sense for him. Just something like that. I actually you don't expect it first, you know? I actually expected his hidden name to be Dave Miller. Dave Miller? But it's not. Yeah.
It's not.
That's what I expected his name to be.
Which
ended up being the person we didn't exactly expect right away.
Yeah, which proves the whole movie is literally in a different timeline. It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, Vanessa, Vanny, is William's daughter?
I was gonna say that.
Where did that come from? I don't think Vanessa in this, like, universe of the FNAF movie is Vanny. Because remember, if she was Vanny, then she would have wanted Abby to stay there and get killed by the animatronic, right? But well, not necessarily. Vanessa is not evil.
Vanessa
it's Vanny is evil.
Yeah. Oh no.
True, but I still think that in the games, Vanessa is Vanny. Vanessa is Vanny, yes. That one was proven. However, we do know they're not the same mind.
Like...
Well, yeah, obviously not. In my opinion, I think that when Vanessa is Vanny, she's being controlled by Glitchtrap or William Afton in that case. That's
Yes,
why
that
there's an
yes,
ending called
that's
Free Vanny.
yeah, that's canon.
Apparently, the Princess Quest minigames. There's a ton of evidence that proves it in Ruin. But also, there's some contraring things. But I believe that the Princess Quest ending is the true ending, because you get to free Vanny, and then in Ruin you get Vanny's mask, and Freddy's also missing his head, for example. But that contradicts because he also has a prototype on his foot. Which I mean, yeah, when you think about when you don't pay attention to the prototype, you think back to the time when Gregory had Freddy's head in his bag. Which is funny to me.
Yes, I really think that this movie, I'm starting to believe that the reviews are true. That this could be another timeline, but with references. Like, for example, I really thought that in the movie, Vanessa is gonna turn into Vanny, especially because she went in a hospital, you know, and she has trauma, so that's gonna mess with her mind in a way.
I was really surprised when Vanessa shot William.
Oh yeah.
Especially in a spring lock suit, you would expect that would immediately set the spring locks off.
True.
Right, it took the cupcake. It actually took cupcake to bite out of William's suit to actually set them off.
I feel like the bodysuit is too thick for the bullet.
Why don't we all call the cupcake for what he really is?
Carl.
Carl the mastermind.
The mastermind.
He is the mastermind behind it all.
How is he the mastermind?
He is the true. He is the cupcake. No one knows anything about the cupcake. It is an interesting character because the cupcake itself killed more people than.
Oh yes, that's true. That's true, and I was really surprised. Yeah.
At the beginning of the movie, the cupcake literally ate someone's face off. Oh, I should mention something. Also, you know something funny? I pointed this out to her. The cupcake's name is Carl, but so is the person that the cupcake attacked. Yeah. Carl ate Carl's face.
Carl killed Carl.
Did you know that Shadow Freddy is actually in the FNAF movie?
Oh really? Where?
Really not. So in some scenes it's so hard to see him, but in some scenes his face appears, and also in the babysitter. You guys know the babysitter, right? She gets stuffed, and it looks like she gets stuffed into Bonnie, right?
Huh.
She actually gets stuffed into Shadow Freddy. The animatronic has a bow tie.
That is interesting.
Wait, no, Bonnie does have a bow tie, but the bow tie would have been like orangey or red.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Is it the same color?
It's not red.
Or is it dark?
It's like very, very dark.
Oh, it's so interesting.
And the animatronic, it's really hard to see it because the brightness is so low. But the animatronic's arm is also purple. Not the type of purple that Bonnie has. It's like a very, very dark purple. Here, let me show you an example, right?
Yeah.
If I turn my lights to purple, Bonnie is kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't actually have a light to show it, but it was like very dark purple. 1 second, I have a light for it.
Which scene can it be found?
When after everyone that breaks in gets killed.
Oh.
And it shows all the scenes that when they got stuffed into animatronics. The babysitter is stuffed into Shadow Freddy.
Wait, so is it the part where Mike found their body, or literally?
Where Mike finds their body.
Oh, it's so pretty.
This is the purple we're talking here.
Oh my goodness, it is so bright. Oh, what do you guys think about Sparky?
Sparky. Oh yeah, Sparky is in the FNAF movie.
Yeah.
The fact that it was actually introduced as like an older model character that was never used.
Yeah.
Properly.
And there's also the Sparky's Diner that MatPat was working in as a waiter. What did you guys think about MatPat being in the movie?
Yeah, I love that. That was the best part for me.
I almost missed that scene if it wasn't for Angeli like pointing it out. It was looking down.
Okay, I found it. It's just a theory. I found a photo.
Yeah. Can you show it?
Of Shadow Freddy. It's so hard to see. But apparently, and it looks a lot like him, but that is Shadow Freddy. Again, it has Freddy's face.
You can send it in the group chat.
But it doesn't have Freddy's color. It doesn't have Freddy's color.
Just send it in the group chat. Oh, okay, it is.
I did.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Huh. Oh. Are you
That's
sure?
A you problem.
Wait, this is the scene where Max, the babysitter, that's what you were talking about, got killed, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but are you sure that's not the Bonnie suit? Because that is where she was.
Again, it looked like it's in the bunny suit. But here, let me, again, search it up.
I'm getting scared in here because it's really dark. And I have no one with me. Hold on. Luna! I'm scared. It's like dark. Here, okay, anyways.
I want to see if I can see it on mine.
Okay.
So I can show your viewers.
You literally have to edit the brightness of the photo. I'll do that later. So anyways, yeah, that was really surprising. Speaking of cameos, what did you think about Corey?
That was also something. But of course, he was the perfect taxi driver.
Yeah, it's actually very fitting. Then that's like really hard to see.
Hold on, I can't see either. Hold on a second. Corey X Canshin was the perfect taxi driver.
I agree with that. MatPat being a waiter, though.
Who is your favorite character in the whole of the movie?
Movie? I feel like William Afton. Only because it's fitting. What was the actor's name? The actor is actually Matthew Lilliard, however you pronounce the name. I grew up with him, like in his Scooby-Doo as Shaggy. He was Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies back then, from with the movies that I grew up with, the live action ones.
Yeah.
That shocked me. It looks old now. Yeah, so I'm saying that William Afton is probably my favorite character in the whole movie. Because he played it perfectly. It's just the only thing I did not like about Springtrap is the portrayal of his death. Yeah, again, I'm not really happy that... Yeah, they managed to put the Springlock failure without having it 18 plus because of gore. But despite,
I'm also kind of like, it was so underwhelming as well.
It was. Despite them literally showing Max's body being chomped.
Chomped in half.
In half. It was a shadow, but it was the shadow, but it's still gory. That was really disturbing to watch. That was probably the most disturbing thing in the entire movie. I did not.
Personally, the most disturbing things you'll ever see in the entirety of FNAF. Even more disturbing than watching eyeballs just stick out of a Freddy head. But what about when the babysitter's body got cut in half by Freddy? That's what we were talking about.
That's what we were talking about. The babysitter
I thought you were
is
talking about the Springlock failure. The Springlock failure was so underwhelming.
It was. You know what I was expecting?
You go on YouTube. You go on YouTube, you type up Five Nights at Freddy's, and the very first thing you find is William Afton's Springlock failure. And that is the worst thing that you could actually watch on YouTube. Actually, I wouldn't say the worst thing. There's way worse things on YouTube. But still, it's up the list.
But
it's like...
you can see like the spring locks like going in him. It's just you know what I was expecting the entire movie is for actual blood to splur out like in the video game. Like or like there are also spring locks in the head.
Well, let's keep in mind that the game, it was all done in 8-bit, so gore and blood spilling out was kind of, you know,
exaggerated.
Yeah.
But still, even
there are videos, like fan-made videos of people doing the Springtrap death animation, and it's actually really good.
Yeah. What they got though that I liked was the Springtrap, you know, like glitching, whatever. Glitching. That's not a word. Twitching at the end, like the trailer from FNAF 3. It's like a reference to that.
Yeah, I like that little clip there though. That was nice.
Yeah. Being dragged by Foxy though with his hook.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was nice. That was cool.
He's definitely a top tier character.
Yes, it was.
In my opinion,
I'm not being biased just because my favorite is Foxy.
In my opinion, the number one character that tops everyone in the movie is the Balloon Boy.
Oh yes.
Oh gosh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear me out.
This is the only time I tolerate Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy manages to scare or creep out every single human in the movie before they get killed.
This is what I told Angeli and Ben before, where I feel like they did it on purpose, where the concept of Balloon Boy being cannonly annoying during FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 is that instead of actually being, you know, like mildly annoying, they made it annoying by doing the jump scares. He's even more annoying now. But I tolerate that kind of annoyance. Because it's a horror game.
They did it 3 times. Scarier. The first one, they scared Mike. The second one, I don't remember which one it was.
And the last one is with Corey Extension.
Yes, he just appeared in his car for some reason.
If Markiplier was in the FNAF movie, he would have topped the list 100%.
Oh.
I feel like that would
way above everyone.
Mark was meant to be the first security guard.
Yeah, I know, but he had to do his own stuff with his own movie. So
actually, I think his movie came out now.
What?
I think his movie might have come out now.
I don't think so, because he only did the trailer a couple of days ago.
10 days ago? No, it's
days
ago,
weeks ago. Yeah, like weeks ago.
Oh, another thing that I noticed about in the movie is specifically Carl. The first comment, I remember being in the theaters, I watched it in the cinemas, and the first thing I said about Carl was, he's acting like a dog. He's acting like a dog.
Oh my god.
Like, no, really. First off, I was shocked about Carl being a separate entity. Because usually in the game, you know, Chica's just carrying Carl. He doesn't do anything.
Huh?
And then in the movie, he kills people as well.
Not in all the games. In Five Nights at Freddy's VR, Carl is his own being.
That's true. But like most of the time, Carl doesn't really do anything in the games. And in the movie, he kills people. Like, ugh. Literally chopped someone's face off. Ugh. But anyways, one thing I noticed is that Carl was acting like a dog. So it led me to theorize in the theaters that Carl may be possessed by a dog, because the way he's acting, for example, he doesn't really do anything until Chica, you know, commands him to. If you guys haven't noticed.
That does make sense. That actually does make sense.
Yeah, which led me to the theory that I told Ben before, where, remember the dead dog minigame thing? Like in the fruit maze in Pizza Simulator.
Yeah, the FNAF 6 maze, where you play as the little girl going through the maze. And at first it's fruits, then it's the dog, then the dog's dead.
Yeah, so basically what I thought is that girl was Chica, which we looked up after, and I was right. It was Chica, and the dog is
Susie.
Carl. So I like that concept in the movie where they made Carl act like a dog. The fact that he has also sharper teeth than the rest of the animatronics.
Oh, that actually makes sense because Susie is possessing Chica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Susie's dog would possess the cupcake, that would make sense because Susie and Chica and the cupcake are always together.
Yeah, that, like I said, oh my gosh, that makes sense. I thought I was a genius making that theory.
I don't know about you, but whenever you mention the cupcake in FNAF, I always think of Chica. And whenever you mention Chica, I always think about the cupcake.
Yeah, they're always together.
Like, they literally go together, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They do.
The only FNAF game, I think, that doesn't have Chica roaming around with her cupcake is FNAF 2. And even so she does have the cupcake, but it's something she puts it down.
Yeah.
And even in FNAF 4, you might not be able to see Chica with the cupcake, but she still sends it to kill you.
Yeah.
And in
they're always
Pizzeria
together.
Simulator, even in Custom Night, Chica's jump scare has the cupcake in her hands.
Yeah. Well, actually, the only.
And Pizzeria Simulator, there's no Chica.
Yeah.
And in FNAF 3, the cupcake isn't even there.
The only Chica with no cupcake is Security Breach.
And that, yeah. Phantom Chica and Security Breach Chica.
Yeah.
Security Breach Chica, Glamrock Chica, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Rockstar Chica, she has, like, little thingies.
Rockstar Chica's from a completely different location.
Completely different.
So is Glamrock Chica.
But they're still Chica.
She has little, like, the little rock thing, the maracas.
Little rock.
Yeah.
What?
It took me a second to realize what it was.
Okay. Oh, what else did we notice in the film? Oh, the Dream Theory book. Stop, mosquito. Dream Theory book.
Oh, yeah.
At the very beginning
Oh, the Dream Theory.
Yeah, so Ben and I, before this whole movie discussion recording started, Ben and I, wanted to watch a few MatPat videos, like the really, really old ones, the very first videos, theories, and one of the theories was actually the Dream Theory, where the whole FNAF franchise, was just actually a dream.
One really big dream.
Yeah, but in the movie, it kind of plays a big part. Actually, it's a very crucial part.
The way Mike can replay the scene and hopefully save his brother is by dreaming.
Yes,
he's lucid dreaming on purpose.
It's lucid dreaming, but at the same time, it's also his communication to the actual dead kids. Which is very interesting. Gosh.
Yeah, I still don't know how they managed to get in his dreams, though. They're ghosts. They can do whatever they want.
It's basically like haunting and visiting. You call it visiting. But
technically, when you're asleep, you're actually closest to the spirit realm.
Yeah, because obviously, it's the whole theory where your soul leaves your body thing, but that is a completely different story. What is actually, more interesting is the fact that whatever happens to Mike in the dream happens in real life.
Now that's some Freddy Krueger stuff right there.
And here I am being scared because it's almost 3 a.m. It's dark.
Yeah, but it's light in your room, so.
I'm scared. Yeah. So that's another thing. What else is interesting? Oh, what do you think about the animatronics being real animatronics in the movie?
That is really cool.
What they did is they made the animatronics wearable. The only animatronic that wasn't wearable was Foxy because of the way he was built.
Yeah, you can see
But
the
they had
endoskeleton.
animatronic parts. They had real animatronic parts.
Yeah.
They
And
did.
that was
and
so
they made
sick.
him allowed
they,
to move on.
they didn't always use the suits. They also used like actual animatronic parts.
Yeah. Like you can tell.
So like when that behind the scene video where Doko and like all of his other people
Yeah.
were animatronics, those were the people in control. What the? No.
That's why.
Those were
Yeah.
the suits.
Yeah.
That's why they never hugged Foxy, because he's an actual animatronic. So it would actually be dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about? I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw it. I saw an article about it, where the animatronic, one of the animatronic, moved on set.
It was one of Freddy's eyes.
Without
yeah,
anybody.
they can do that. They can do that
on their own.
Sometimes it's either just sometimes it's just a programming error.
But that is so scary, though.
The way they control animatronics is through remotes using electromagnetic like signals, right? Waves. And electronics like phones and stuff can interfere with that.
It's electromagnetic, so anything that, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
any interference, yes, I think so. Like it would cause like a weird creepy twitch.
Yeah, but it's so dangerous though, because you could be sending off a coded signal without the use of remote controls, and they could move.
Yep.
Oh, that is scary. It's actually turning into real life. No. Yeah. No, just no.
Pretty soon those animatronics start walking around on their own.
No, thank you.
That would be... That'd be a fun concept to think of, like Five Nights at Freddy's actually happening.
Yeah.
You know what they should do? They should actually make that happen. So like, the suits, the people can wear the suits, right?
Yeah.
And what they can do is they can open like an actual Five Nights at Freddy's one location, and they could actually have like a fan go in and be the night guard and experience it in real life.
Oh no!
Obviously, Foxy wouldn't.
Matt
Foxy
do
wouldn't
something
work
like that before?
There's been videos on it.
Like,
but again, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for Foxy because they can barely get him to like stand up.
Yeah.
Because he's not an actual suit.
Yeah. So,
that's why. Have you noticed whenever Foxy walks, usually it's either it only shows his feet moving, or he's not even in the scene. You just hear him. It's because they have to hold him to make sure he doesn't fall. They had to hold him.
I see. I mean, it's
and whenever he
metal.
walks in a scene, they like use strings to make sure he doesn't fall or trip.
That's funny. Yeah. So in the movie.
Ooh, what do you think at the end credits?
Yeah.
What do you think of the hidden message that says "Come find me"?
Oh, that was literally the next thing I was gonna talk about. Yeah. What did it say again? Come find me.
Yeah.
So the question is, who is sending that message?
I'm thinking that it's Garrett, Mike's brother. I don't necessarily think but it's totally possible. But I don't think that Garrett is Puppet. I personally think that Garrett is Gordon Freddy.
No, but what about the other
think
kid,
about it.
though?
Wait.
The other
kid. Let me explain.
Yeah.
Every single time Mike had a dream, there used to be 4 kids, the missing kids, right? Which represents each of the animatronics.
But there's the fifth one.
There's also another technically missing kid, which is Garrett.
Yeah, but...
And he doesn't represent... The only animatronic that isn't represented is Gordon Freddy.
But...
The blonde-haired kid isn't in the movie.
Huh?
you still have to take in consideration that the movie is still not canon.
Yeah, but like.
So Cassidy
No, the
might
blonde
not
haired
even
kid
be
is in the
game.
movie. He's just. He literally
I
talks.
still, because the blonde haired kid looks a lot like the soul that possesses Freddy.
But we can
why?
see.
Why does he
All five
represent
kids.
Golden Freddy though? Like
I
Golden.
need to see that scene again because I don't remember it.
He's Golden Freddy. I mean, he's presumed to be Golden Freddy because he's the one, around Golden Freddy's. So.
Well, I would have said it would have made sense if Garrett would have been Golden Freddy. Because think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want the animatronics want Abby, right?
Yeah.
Which also attracts Mike Schmidt. So what if Garrett, presumably what I thought to be Golden Freddy, wanted Abby there, not only because Abby was his sister, but because it would also attract Mike.
So there is some connection, but I don't think that he's Golden Freddy. I think that Garrett may be the one trying to reach out because he does not appear. He doesn't appear in any of the,
That looks, that looks a lot like the soul that.
Garrett has
Wait,
dark
what is
hair. Garrett has dark hair. He doesn't look exactly like.
Yeah, Garrett is a.
So
brown-haired kid.
unless you mentioned the puppet, right? The puppet was not present in the entirety of the movie, which doesn't make sense because
That is true.
In most theories, the puppet was the first victim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if and it happened outside? Like it's just a whole the movie's just a whole references, or just a pile of references from the books and the game.
Literally, the movie didn't answer. Literally, the movie only gave us more questions.
That's true.
I would say it answered some questions, not many, but some.
Yeah, but it also
Some.
gave us more.
Like what I meant by
that's
like.
what happens when you.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's what happens when you pay attention to FNAF. That's what they love doing.
Yeah.
That's all about the lore.
They're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, of course they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
They'll never let us know until we finally figure it out.
Exactly. So what I meant by a pile of references is that it makes sense, it includes details from the books and details from the games, but retold. Does that make sense? Like it in a different way. It's shown in a different way. For example, the whole Balloon Boy being annoying in FNAF 2 by taking your batteries is now the annoying jump scare in the entirety of the movie. It's presented differently. That's what I meant to say. What if you were right about the puppet? Because it happened in the whole cutscene thing, minigame, where you give cupcakes, or no, cakes to kids, and then there's the crying kid outside. The establishment, which is presumed to be the first kill, he or she was killed outside while the car was passing by. So what if it's like a reference that Garrett was kidnapped via car and got killed some way? Does that make sense? Are you guys getting it or not?
I mean, it's been proven. It's literally said in the movie that he was killed.
Yeah, he
by
was
William
killed.
Afton.
But like
So,
the reference
Again,
of the
it
car.
would make sense.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe he isn't Golden Freddy after all.
What if Garrett was the first victim?
But then, like,
That wouldn't make
that, like,
sense.
throws
It
it
was
into separate
not-
timelines.
It was not confirmed that, like the 4 kids were killed and No, and then,
But
okay, good.
that raises more questions, because then how on earth do the other missing kids know about Garrett and his whole family?
Hang on a second. My point right now is that if Garrett becomes a puppet, that proves that this is an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it literally shows there is a little kid in the mini games. There's a little kid that has the persona of a little girl, right? She's waiting for her friends outside. They locked her outside. Like, I'm not trying to be stereotypical. I'm trying to not sound as stereotypical as this is, but it's a little girl. It's shown she has a skirt. First of all, that's how you know that she's like a little girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she also has a lot of friends that are girls. Again, I'm not being stereotypical, but it's obvious that the person that possesses the puppet is a little girl. We don't know her name. People presume her name is Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Her name is
Charlie or Charlotte.
Charlie. They're the same.
Charlie's
I'd say
just
Charlie
a
is
nickname.
like a...
Yeah.
It's kind of like a suffix.
But still,
A nickname.
we learned that it is Charlotte, and also if you look at FNAF 6, you'll see at some point, I think it was anyways, an 8-bit puppet is creeping its way towards a dead body in the dumpsters of a little girl.
Exactly. Again, the little girl, and it's a lot of names have been proven in the FNAF franchise, like Elizabeth's name, Michael's name. Elizabeth's name was proven by Henry in his speech at the end of FNAF 6 when he set Pizzeria on fire. Michael's name was revealed at the end of Five Nights at Freddy's 5, Sister Location.
Yeah.
When you got the secret ending.
Father, it's me, Michael.
Yeah.
They're British.
That's why that's why they also prove that they're British.
So it's literally in a different timeline.
Why won't you let me play with her?
Oh gosh, stop. Yeah, so that only proves the whole alternate timeline thing. That this is the closest theory that we could have as fans. It's an alternate universe. But it wouldn't explain the whole, it wouldn't make sense because there is no proof of multiverse unless Scott Cawthon wants to pull a Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I think
that's going a bit far and
the
beyond.
movie.
That is.
Okay, it's obvious that the movie itself has nothing to do with the games
Or the
Right.
books at all.
Absolutely nothing. What I think they did is they slipped in some bits of lore and into the movies. Not all of it, just a little bit.
So they gave us some answers,
I think,
but not
yeah.
enough for us to understand.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I called the movie a compilation of references. It's nothing but that.
And I personally think a sequel to the movie is going to answer more questions than this one.
That's true. That's true.
And that's why I think there's going to be a sequel, because, they just basically recapped what FNAF is in a weird way.
Maybe.
Personally,
Yeah.
I will watch the sequel to this movie, obviously, because I want my questions answered.
Mm-hmm.
But I think all of the games mostly answer most questions.
The games have
themselves.
more answers than the movie ever could provide us.
That is true.
Yeah. So that's why I'm 100% gonna play a new FNAF game if they release another one.
They release
What do you think? What if they're going to release another game, what do you think it will be like on? What type of game?
After
do you think it'll be like Security Breach or? Ooh,
You've already done Help Wanted 2.
Yeah, Help Wanted 2 is gonna. Apart from Help Wanted 2, what if the next game after that is going to be you play as Vanessa, as Vanny, supposedly, and you rebuild Afton again? And it's kind of like it's at the Security Breach fire. You know how the blob grabs Afton, and then that's supposedly the end of Afton. If you get that ending,
but as you know, he always comes back.
What if it's like Vanny that finds him and puts him back together? But then that would raise more questions, because then what would be the canon ending to Security Breach?
I was
What
thinking...
if the canon ending to Security Breach is the fire ending? Because the whole building is destroyed. Vanny loses her mask again. But Freddy isn't destroyed, he escapes with Gregory.
Yeah, but
wait, no, Freddy jumps off the building,
I'm more interested in who's the little girl in the DLC? Cassidy?
Cassidy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm more interested in
Cassie.
Like, who is she? Do you guys...
Apparently she's Gregory. She's a friend of Gregory.
Yeah, but there's not really, you know, it's just random that she was added, unless she has more story.
She looks, okay, based by all of the info that we have on like how characters look, she looks more like Charlotte than Cassidy. Cassidy is blonde, Charlotte is kind of like a little brunette.
How much of the books did you guys ever get into?
I got into the Silver Eyes, but it was the comic version.
I got into the Fourth Closet.
Are you asking me? I haven't read the books.
I don't know anything. I had a book of the Twisted Ones, but I never got to finish it.
I've started all of the books. Well, not all of them. I think I've started about like 5.
I did finish
like 2
Fourth
or 3.
Closet. I do know what happens there, and I do know a few answers to some of the things that go on. And MatPat actually answers some of those questions as well. So we should really look at some more MatPat. Like, we need to we need to understand what his answers are.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know how Susie looks like. We know how Charlotte looks like. We know how Cassidy looks like. Remember, Cassidy is a vengeful spirit that supposedly made Ultimate Custom Night for William Afton to suffer in. So that's why whenever you would die, sometimes it's rare, you would get like a flashy face. And that is Cassidy, the vengeful spirit that made the hell for William Afton. So if you pause it at the right frame and see that Cassidy is blonde, I'm trying to remember it again, because I remember Cassidy being blonde, having like yellowish hair.
Just send the picture.
Which would also make sense, because in the FNAF movie, the kid that was named Golden Freddy is also blonde.
Okay, do you guys have anything else to talk about? Because we can end the video. Because actually I'm kind of planning this to be in parts. That way we can add more people, or more people, you know, can talk about this as well. And we can talk about lore. And if we have, you know, any theories, we can talk about it. Do you guys have anything, you know, to add?
I would say in terms of the shadow animatronics, right? How are they there? Where did they come from? In FNAF 3, there's again Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bunny. In FNAF 4, there's Nightmare, which is a replica of Shadow Freddy. In FNAF Sister Location, in FNAF, there is actually no I'm trying a Sister Location. That's one as well.
Because the Sister Location takes place in a completely alternate area, separate from the Fredbear and Fazbear entertainment.
In Pizzeria Sim, I think there's some posters like decorations of the Shadow animatronics. In Ultimate Custom Night, there's a secret thing, and it's with Shadow Bunny. So there is Shadow Bunny in FNAF Custom Night, and in FNAF World again, both of them were in. And in Sister Location, not in Sister Location, in Security Breach, again, they're both there as like posters and collectibles.
Yeah.
They are.
In Ruin, I think they make an appearance in Ruin again as well. So they're
Maybe
obviously
in
important.
the AR world.
Like when you put Vanny's mask on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is interesting.
they're augmented into your reality.
Yeah. So if they're
kinda-
that important to
don't
be
you
in
think
almost
that-
every single location,
Yeah.
who are they?
Don't you think that kind of adds on to MatPat's theory about the dream theory, where, you know, it's you are playing a little kid's perspective.
But the person who's dreaming may not actually be a little kid.
It may not.
It may not, but then it is possible to, you know, grow up with
Because
it.
I've had
It can
dreams
come off as
where
PTSD.
I'm sure we've all had dreams where we went back to being a kid again.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
A moment, or possibly living in a moment that wasn't part of our past but became part of our dream.
It's this whole like
Right.
dream theory. I want to learn about this dream theory thing, like the book that Mike is reading. It seems interesting. It may have answers of, you know, of the movies,
Yeah.
of the books, of the games. It could explain some things. I mean, why would they emphasize that on the movie? You know, it has nothing to do with it unless that's Scott, you know, vaguely confirming dream theory.
Yeah.
Anything else to add before we end the video?
I think.
No, honestly, that's it from me.
Yeah, I think I'm all good as well.
Okay. So how's the first movie discussion video thingy? Also, Ben, where's your camera? Did I do okay?
Well, we kind of drifted off topic, so.
It's okay. Did I do okay? For my first time?
We did great.
Did we do okay?
It was great.
Yay!
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, we're gonna do more of this, and hopefully, you know, my Wi-Fi is back. Because
Hopefully we can do one earlier than this, because this one went on pretty damn late.
Yeah, we're all busy, so we just thought of the right time to do this.
Bro, I didn't. Whoa.
What?
Siri, what are you doing?
Okay, Ben, your camera.
It started calling my cousin.
What?
I didn't do anything.
So weird. Ben?
Yes.
Our
Camera
camera? We're gonna say bye-bye.
Oh, we're gonna say bye? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna say bye-bye. Anyways, while, you know, Ben is doing his own thing, I will leave
I tapped my microphone.
Oh, good job. We'll leave their YouTube channels, if it's fine with you, FT, in the description box below. Yeah, you can go check them out. FT does really amazing music, and I love it so much. Ben rarely uploads, but it's okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to do my outro. I have an outro.
Right.
Yeah.
See ya.
No, that's not my outro.
Don't put us hostage, please.
Wow, it was rude.
That's just mine for being part of your.
No, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to tap that like button and subscribe if you want to become a warrior. Check out my other social media, so links will be down in the description box below. And remember, be kind, be brave. See you in the next video. Bye. Say bye.
Can you stop holding me at gunpoint now?
No.
Okay, bye-bye.